Before we start this demo, we're going to clean out all the settings and extensions that I've installed in Visual Studio. Start with a clean slate. It's really easy to do. There's just two folders that you have to delete. One is the code folder. So we will delete that. And one is the extensions folder. So we will delete that. Here we are with Visual Studio Code. Nothing installed yet, no extensions, so let's start from scratch. Since we're trying to build a Python function app, we're going to need Python. So you can see I have nothing installed here. Python's right at the top, so let's install that. You'll see that it installs other things. Another thing we have to install because we're using Azure Functions is the Azure. There's lots of Azure things to install, but this one does it all, the Azure Tools. So we'll select Azure Tools and install that. And you'll note that lots of other things get installed along with it. You see them all installing here on the side. Now there's one more thing to install, and to do that we're going to open up the command palette, Control-Shift-P, and we're going to say Azure Functions install or update Azure Function Core Tools. So let's select that. This uses Node Package Manager. I guess that behind the scenes, running this locally, they've done it with Node.js. So you'll have to have a newer version of Node.js on your machine to do that. Okay, that's that. So now we can get started. Once again, open up the command palette, Control-Shift-P. We're going to do Azure Functions, a new project, create new project. It's going to ask us where to put it. So I'm going to go to my repos directory, create a new folder called, I don't know, functions demo. Select that. It's going to ask us what language, Python, model v2. This is the interpreter. Check out the other video if you want to see where this comes from. If you don't have one showing, there's a reason for that, but you'll have to watch the other video to learn that reason. And we're going to use HTTP trigger so that we can just test it in our browser. We'll go with the default name, HTTP trigger. We'll hit enter. Anonymous, that way we don't have to worry about keys or anything. And we would like to open in the current window. Now that we have all the files, there's one more thing we have to do. We have to go into local settings.json and see where the job storage is blank. Because we're working locally, we have to change that setting a little bit. We have to change it to user development storage equals true. Save it. Now we should be able to run it and be successful. So let's see if that's true. I'm going to go to, there's lots of ways you could click this or you could hit F5, but I like to click things. So we'll go to run, start debugging. And you can see that the function is now running. We can go to our web browser to this port on our local machine. And there, it worked. We can add an argument to this, say name Tom, and then see, it says name Tom. So there we are, successful. Super easy, not really good for anything else other than proving it can be done. The next video will make something that actually does something. Thanks for watching.